heartbreaker, he whispered. How can I trust you? He asked, making me look at him more intensely. It's strange we both are on same page, he chuckled slightly. No, not on same page, because I am one step forward to you, he said, removing your hands from his collar. And how? You said, and he smiled. Because I trusted you in a hope that you won't break me. I'm giving you the opportunity to ruin me. Destroy me, Ryan. I want you to destroy me. There's another kind of sparkle in his eyes. Are you even realizing what are you saying? In very low voice, looking in his eyes without blinking. I don't know. He shook his head in denial. But if we didn't end up together, then everything will end in this world. I never wanted to become like this, but you gave me every reason to ruin myself for you, he whispers in heavy. That's not practical, you reply. Exactly, because I never imagined to be ready to go on my knees for a girl, he said, making your heart to skip a beat. He kneeled down in front of you, making you gulp hard and making you gasp as he's holding both of your hands. Ryan, as long as you are with me, every ending will be happy ending. Please forgive me for everything. Forgive your husband this time, he said, leaving you speechless. You really can't believe he is the same Jungkook who used to hate you for your presence around him, who used to hate you because it's you. Now he's kneeling down in front of you and asking for you to be his forever. You know what you are asking for? You asked, and he just smiled a little. I'm asking for my rights on my wife. Can she accept me as her husband? Can she accept me as her life partner for the rest of her life? You look away as you felt tears coming out from your eyes without your permission, which Jungkook noticed as he got up while you didn't look at him because you're really getting emotional. You don't know why, but yeah, your emotions are on peak right now. Give me a try. I'm not that bad, he said, smiling while you are hiding your tears, looking at the sun, and he's just smiling. Little wifey, he called you, but you still didn't look at him, which made him go off as he peeked your face. The nose turned all red. Mrs. John, he called you with different names for very first time. Hey, my angry bird, at least answer me yes or no, he said, peeking mysteriously and you constantly moving your face. You wiped your tear which is coming out for no reason, and he's teasingly peeking your face as if he's enjoying so much. Oh my god, I never thought I will see the warrior in crying. Did I make her cry? But I didn't do anything, he said with a puppy face, as you finally looked at him as your eyes and your nose all turned red like a tomato, making you cute, which made Jungkook go over at her cuteness. I don't know what's my fault, but I'm sorry. Don't cry, wifey. Did I say anything bad? He asked, and you just look at him. Aren't you being too sweet? He finally spoke with heavy throat, and he laughed. Am I? He asked, pointing at himself while you looked down. He tilted his head, looking at her, as he held her chin, making her look at him, and he wiped her tears gently and smiled. Sweet for this sweetheart, he replied, making your heart to beat faster than ever. You're crazy, you said, hitting his chest with your fist, and he chuckled as he held that hand before you pulled back and put on his chest. If this is craziness, then I'm crazy, he replied as he felt his heart is beating faster than yours. You both just look at each other. You are still staring him with unknown emotion, but he's adoring you with intensity in his eyes. Give me a chance, please, he said, showing his puppy face. Does my answer matters? You replied, and he poked his inner cheek. It does. Even if you say no, I won't give up. Reject me as much times as you want. You will get tired of rejecting me, but I won't get tired, he replied, kissing your cheeks as he leaned a little. And I'll make sure I make you feel cringe, he said, winking while you'll give him a look. "You're too much to handle," you replied, trying to hide your blush. "Be habitual, madam, because you have to handle this man for the rest of your life," he said, making you blush hard. Jungkook took a step closer to you, making your heart to skip a beat. As he's looking at you intensely, and you felt blood rushing to your body and tingling inside your stomach. And he took one more step closer, closing every inch gap between you two. "What are you doing?" you asked, being all nervous, and he smiled. "Trying to hug you. Can I?" he asked, making you look at him without blinking. How did this man asking for a hug, who always been dominant, who always pull you closer to him like you are his property and kiss you forcefully, and now he's asking for a hug? You see him sighing as you didn't reply him for a while. "It's okay. It's just I got overexcited," as he's about to pack, but you hugged him suddenly, making him froze at his spot. This is the first time you hugged him with your consent, and he can feel grip on his back, which made him smile as his hand slowly wraps around you. As he speaks, and look at your face, which feeling so relaxed that he never seen before. You don't know what's your genuine feelings, but it's something which you can't express right now. And you got to know the reason why he hugs you, because this feeling is like when a home becomes a person. And most beautiful thing that you can hear his heartbeat, and that how fast he's beating. Jungkook one's hand kisses your head gently as he is feeling that you both are perfect for each other, because when she hugs him, her heart and head touch his chest. His heart side that she can feel his heartbeat, and you perfectly fit in his arms. Your heart is beating so fast. You speak out of blue, making him open his eyes. "So?" he asked, and you look up. "Are you alright?" you asked innocently, and he really doesn't know why you are looking so cute to him when you said, as he laughed a little. "I don't think so. I'm not okay when I'm around you," he replied, smiling, sending butterflies in your stomach as you hide your face back in his chest. "Don't do this. Something will happen," groaning while you blushed. You broke the hug and looked at him with your straight face. "Okay, that's enough for today," trying your best to hide your blush. Jungkook made puffy face as you took his blazer from the bed and walked while he followed you like a puppy. "Hey, Wine," he called you, and you put the blazer in basket. "Am I unforgiven?" as you turned, but stumbled seeing him this close to you. "Let's decide later." You speak with a poker face and walked, making Jungkook mouth to hung open. "Oh, hello. I thought you forgive me. That's not right," he said, following you again. "What's not right?" you asked normally, and you closed the window of the room. "Are you perhaps playing with me?" he asked again, and you started making bed, but he suddenly pulled you by your wrist, making you face him. "Sorry for this, but you can't play me with like that. Why you hug me when you didn't forget me?" And you poke your cheek to cover your "My wish," and he pulled you more closer. "I too have a lot of desires. I can do them," and then say, "My wish." Then he asked, raising brows while the closeness between you two making things hard for you. "You asked for it," you replied. "That means you forgive me." You raise your brows. "I didn't say that." He squinted brows, but suddenly he smiled. He took a step closer to you, dangerously, making you gulp hard as you stepped back, and the edge of the bed touched as you stumbled and sat, and he leaned while nervousness is on peak. "Jungkook, what are you doing?" You were leaning back, and you completely shut your eyes, being all nervous, but what he did next left you utterly shocked, and he hugged you all of a sudden, making himself lay on the bed, and he pulled you on the top of him in a tight hug, and there is no limit of your tingling in your body. "Return my hug back then if you didn't forgive me." You are all right by now. This is the first time you both being this close like There's no gap, even for the air. All you can hear raised heartbeat, which is beating faster than ever you can imagine. And you really can't face him because all he's going to laugh at you because he never seen this side of yours. Jungkook, leave me, you said while struggling under his grip. Let me take my hug back if you are still not ready to forgive me, he whispers in husky voice. You don't know, but you feel like your heart will burst out in no time. And shy, oh my god, she's feeling very shy. This is not in her nature. But why is making her feel shy? Jungkook, I forgive you. You speak in one go, making him peek at you while smiling. You did. And you just hummed in his response, and he smiles widely. He peeks at your face, and a mischievous smile appears on his face, looking at your face, which is all messed by now. Nervousness and shyness is on peak. You are more reddish than tomato, he said, laughing a little while you just glared at him. Oh, I'm sorry, tomato. Oh, I mean wine. He said teasingly. You hit him slightly, trying to get out of his grip. Leave me, you said, struggling. What if I say no? You wide your eyes a little. I'm hungry, you said, trying to convince him. Where is my water? She has her ways to get out, but this one is too weak for me. You just stare at him. You just smile and he smiles proudly, and your hands cupped his face, making his smile to disappear. As you both look at each other intensely, as you moved closer to his face, and when you felt his finger lock is losing, and your lips are just inches away when he closed his eyes and you smiled mischievously. You are too weak for this as well, Mr. Cocky. Saying this, you quickly got up from him before he could process, and you laughed at him. Jungkook looks at you a little fiercely while you are laughing at him, and he is about to get up, but you ran from there saying, Come for dinner, it's dinner time, you said while giggling, and ran from there. Jungkook just smiled like an idiot as he ruffled his hair and dropped himself on the bed, looking at the ceiling. You were serving the breakfast when he came yawning as you look at him, and he does too. But you quickly look away and he raises voice. I like it, he mumbles as he takes his seat. Anything else, Halabuji? You asked. No, thank you, dear. You are about to sit next to Halamani, but Jungkook cleared his throat, grabbing your attention as you look at him, and he's gesturing you to sit with him. But you know, you can't sit with him because if you did, you won't be able to eat because he made you crazy. The nervousness hits when he is around you. You look away, making him glare at you. Why and serve me breakfast? He asked as Halabuji looks at him. Wait, don't you have your own hands? Serve yourself. Can't you see she is eating? Grandfather scolds him. You look at him, feeling a little bad for him, and you could see frustration on his face as you were about to go, but Halmini got up to serve. It's okay, Halmini, I'll serve myself. Cut it off by Halmini. I made your favorite dish. Jungkook eyes were on you as she serves it. Very tasty soup, fine. I love it. You smile. Thank you, Halabuji. Smiling when Jungkook suddenly speaks. Which soup I also want to taste? He said, looking for it, and you bit your lower lip. Soup is finished. It's soybean soup. You don't like it, right? He said while licking the spoon, and Jungkook looked at him with done expression. I didn't make for you, as you said you don't like it. In very low voice, and his expression make you regret as he is glaring at you. It's enough, Halamani. I just eat a little. I don't have appetite right now, he said, looking at him. He's eating like someone is forcefully feeding him, as you can see him sulking, which you've never seen before. He was constantly looking at you while eating, but after having 2-3 bites, I'm full, Halamani. I don't want to eat more, he said, sliding the plate. But you didn't eat enough, son. He's about to say something, but it's okay, give it to me if he doesn't want to have, he said while taking the plate, and Jungkook looked at him, squinting blue. Don't look at me like that. I don't waste food. He let out a dry chuckle. Great. Eat. Eat everything. Saying this, he got up from the table, glaring at you. I'm going to office. Go then, he said while chewing and he glared it. It's okay, Harmony. Well, does anyone care about me except you? He said, glaring at you. Before you could stop him, he walks from there, as you're about to follow him, but then past me. You have your breakfast. Don't give him too much importance. If he feels hungry, he will eat eventually. You just look at him. He has been like this since childhood. It felt good to see him like this again, today after a long time. What's wrong with him? You said, looking at your phone in disbelief when Chloe tapped your shoulder. Madam, where are you lost? She asked and you sighed. Nothing here. You said uninterestedly. Come on, tell me quietly what happened. You sighed. Don't know what is it. This man behaves like a damn child. He may be a grown-up man of 28 years, but behaves like a 5-year-old kid. I feel like sometimes you stopped as you took a breath and while Chloe is just smiling. This man? Jungkook and who? And she made O face. And then what it did? She asked teasingly. Firstly, he did breakfast. Now not picking up my calls. I feel like to burst out on him. She laughed and you glared at her. A typical wife behavior. You must have done something for sure. She said and you gave her a look. You just don't speak. My mind is really messing up right now. Give me a phone. You snatched from her hand. Array. Vine ignores as she walks in corner and Chloe looks at her in disbelief. Feeling pity for Jungkook. She's very dominating. She mumbled. I heard that. She speaks, glaring at her and Chloe bit her tongue. Very yummy. Taehyung looks at him. You giant, I ordered that for me. Jungkook ignores. You could have told me. I would order for you too. He speaks and Jungkook gives him a apologetic look. Who told you to show tantrum? Seriously? I should click you and send these pictures to Ryan. Taehyung snaps. Yes, why should? I'll send that. The poor girl is worried for this man. And he's about to click, but Jungkook snatched phone from his hand. Why are you ruining my hard work? Seriously, Jungkook, that poor girl has been calling you since morning. And I'm enjoying. Taehyung looks at him in disbelief. Such an attention seeker, brat. Yes, I am. I want my wife's attention. Do you have any problem? She didn't sit with me and even she didn't make soup for me. And Taehyung shook his head in disbelief. You don't like soybean soup. What else you expect from her? Jungkook knows as he focused on his food. At least pick her calls. How ungrateful of you. Jungkook phoned the ring again. This time with unknown number as he's not going to pick but attended as Taehyung is glaring at him as he put phone on speaker. Yes, Jungkook, I will break your face if you ignore my calls again. She almost yelling, making Taehyung to burst into laughter. And Jungkook gulped hard as he recognized the voice as he quickly put off the speaker looking at Taehyung which almost fell on the floor while laughing silently. Wine, he said, smiling nervously. Wine my foot. How dare you to ignore my calls? Jungkook, I swear I'll beat you. You know how worried I was? She is still yelling. Even the phone is not on speaker, but still her voice is audible to Taehyung, making him laugh as his whole face turned red. And Jungkook gulps hard. Baby, you meet me, I will tell you. Angrily, and Jungkook laughed nervously. I wasn't meeting, I swear. Taehyung looks at him and there is a silence on the other side for a while. Baby, couldn't you just drop a message? He remains silent as he can feel her sighing from other side. Leave all that. Did you eat something? She asked calmly and a mischievous smirk appears on Jungkook's face. Why are you asking? Do you really care if I eat something or not? He said, making her feel guilty, and there is a silence from other side. What an overactor, he said, looking at him in disbelief. I want you to sit with me and feed me. Don't I deserve a little? Leave it. You know how many slits are jumping in my stomach? Taehyung's mouth hung open as he quickly got up. Liar! Jungkook widened his eyes and Taehyung walked near him. Wine, cut it off. I Jungkook as Jungkook covered his mouth. We will call you later. Taehyung is struggling with him as Jungkook almost sat on him while covering his mouth. But, oh hi Mr. Jung, saying this, he cut the call. I'm feeling guilty. Chloe looks at her in disbelief. Do you have bipolar disorder or what? Just now you were shouting at him, and now you're saying you're feeling guilty for him? Shut up, Chloe. Can't you give me some solace? And you made face like crying and she hugged you. Oh, my baby. I didn't mean to do that. I can't tell him that since yesterday I feel like my breath cut out when he comes close to me. I feel shy, Chloe chuckled. Stupid, you broke the hug. I'll make something for him. He's hungry. And she nodded, smiling slightly at their cuteness. You cursed me, Taehyung listened. Thank God that I didn't break your skull. Jungkook gave him a blank. As if you can, he mumbles and Taehyung glares at him. Get off me, you giant. Jungkook got off from him while Taehyung got up groaning in pain. And he heard the knock on their door and Jungkook's eyes wide. Ryan, he mumbles. As he looked at the food boxes, he quickly took them off as he threw all the packets in the dustbin while Taehyung just watched him raising brows how in a speed of light he cleaned everything. He got out of hands. He hasn't fallen in love, he drowned in love, he mumbled. Yung, mouth spray, he said, almost shaking him, and Taehyung is still in shock looking at him. Man goes mad in love. Yung, he shakes him again. Taehyung gave him mouth spray unconsciously, as he really can't digest this side of Jungkook. Door knocked again, and Jungkook dragged Tae with him. You go out. He opened the door, but his smile disappeared looking at her. Anna, he said while sighing, and Taehyung laughed breakingly. He said, mocking at him. Shut up, Young. Taehyung chuckled mockingly, getting out from the cabin. I'm here to talk something very important, Jungkook sighed as they both walked inside. Speak. Why you postpone the conference for next week? Jungkook rolled his eyes. Because I couldn't make it yesterday, and they can't do conference without me. I didn't postpone, they postponed. I just said yes. Anna looked at him in disbelief. So professional of you, she said, taunting at him. I had some urgent work. I can neglect that. She walked near him, folding arms across her chest. Can I know that urgent work? Because earlier there is nothing important than your work for you. Jungkook gave her a blank look. That's personal, he said, giving pressure towards, and Anna shook her head as she couldn't believe it him. Leave that, check these files. Taehyung is walking, mumbling something as his mind still can't accept that Jungkook. Even he is trying to accept, but his mind is not ready to accept. And when he bumped into someone, of course, he is walking unconsciously. I'm sorry, ma'am, I stopped as he looked at her. Sorry, she said, picking up his phone, as still didn't notice him. Ryan, as she looks at him and smiled. Taehyung Oppa, he smiled. How are you doing lately? I'm good, how about you? They both walked together. I'm shock, he said jokingly. Huh? Chuckling a little, and he chuckles. Means in process of acceptance. Leave it. What are you doing here? You bite your lips. I brought lunch for Jungkook. Taehyung steps halt. That friend will still eat? He mumbled in very low voice. You said something? He opened his mouth to say something but stopped. Should I tell her? Then he remembers scene from earlier. He's crazy. He almost broke my back, I heard. People go crazy in Oppa, bringing him back from his thoughts. Is he okay? He didn't eat anything since morning. Taehyung gave her tight-lipped smile. Actually, Ryan, are you crazy, man? Why you stupid mess with the people who are in? They're crazy. They can die in love and can even kill. two men walked, talking to each other, making Taehyung to forget what he's going to say. Yes, brother, you're right. I just told his girlfriend that he is lying. Because he was not sleeping, he was with me almost because they both fight. Taehyung was listening to them carefully and he gulps hard. Now I'll agree with him. If he'll say that there are 8 days in a week, so there are 8 days in a week. Brother, Oppa, she said, shaking him, huh? He said, being shocked. You look lost. Are you alright? He nodded, gulping hard as he walked with you. Nothing. Jungkook is really dying of hunger, you know. He fainted. Oh, what? But he didn't tell me. Where is he? Is he okay? Taehyung laughed nervously. There's nothing to be afraid of. He's okay. Smiling as they walked, talking to each other. Anna is on Jungkook as he was looking into files and she is leaning. Everything is okay, but why Mr. Kang is not in investors list? He asked. Anna, he said in little high pitch, making her flinch and bringing her out of her thoughts as files from hand fell down. Sorry. Jungkook shook his head. Your attention is somewhere else. She's about to bend to pick the files, but her eyes landed on Ryan walking with Taehyung from the glass window as she cursed underneath. She looked at Jungkook, who still didn't notice Ryan. Then she smirked as Taehyung and Ryan walked towards Kevin, but then Jungkook is too shocked to process anything. And door opened, revealing Taehyung and Ryan. Ryan who was smiling earlier, her smile disappeared, as well as Taehyung's too. She saw Anna sitting on Jungkook's lap, and his 2 buttons open, which is obvious. Anyone can understand. She saw there is a smirk plastered on Anna's face, and Jungkook's eyes landed on Ryan. Oh, sorry. She got up from his lap. Ryan's nothing. Cut it off by Anna. Sorry, I'll come later, Jungkook, she said, making Jungkook to frown, and Taehyung walked near Jungkook. You are standing there froze, and Anna walks smirking towards you as you look at her because you are misunderstanding her intention, and she stops near you. You know what, Anna? Stop these obscene acts of yours. Otherwise, I will not leave you unfit to walk. Anna gritted the teeth. Don't make the mistake of underestimating me because I'm not a weak woman. Whether do you have any plans to die? Your relationship just started and this, he scolds him in low voice. I don't know. I was just this anaconda. Bro, don't know how she'll react. Stopped as he whined. I can explain everything, he said, being all scared. Oppa, you can leave us alone for a while. Her eyes on Jungkook and he gulps. Sure. He gave a last look to Jungkook before walking out. Jungkook walks near Ryan. Ryan, let me explain. Sit. I brought your favorite food, she said, making him surprised. And she took out the boxes and he just looked at her, being all shocked as she looked at him and smiled. You must be hungry, right? And only thought came in his mind, how he got her, because she's such an angel, which made him fall harder as tears filled in Jungkook's eyes and he just hugged her. He hugged her like his life depends on her, and silent tears rolled down from his eyes and he just smiled and patted his back. I'm sorry. She broke the hug and looked at him. She smiled, looking at his face, who is not looking none less than a 5-year-old kid. If you didn't do anything, I'm really sorry, she asked, and a tear slid down from his eyes. Why do you trust me so much? He asked innocently. Because all women are same. You mimicked him, the way he used to say you in initial days of your married life. And you laughed, and he didn't as he pulled you in his embrace again. This time very tightly, like, no, not all, because some are angels. You raised Rose. Which angel you met? You casually speaks, and he broke the hug. You are my angel. She just chuckled. You really made me feel cringe. He tried to lighten up the environment, but he's still serious. Don't talk so filmy. I'm not used to it. You said pinching his nose. How can you be so nice? He asked, being emotional. I always been nice to you. You are the one who triggered me. I'm not that bad at all. I have to be a little rude. That's how I deal with the world. He just adore her. Stupid. Don't speak like that. Jungkook just look at her. No one is born drunk. Everybody has their own reason and own stories. Just like I have mine. You must have yours too. That's why you hate women? He nodded as you smiled. My mama always say that. Don't judge someone's anger. Ask about their pain. Smiling and he's just adoring her. That how can someone be so adorable? This much understanding. What he did to get this diamond. Do he really deserve it? And it's not always what it seems. He nodded and you brushed his cheek gently. She suddenly faced palm. Oh, food is getting cold. She made him sit on the couch and he just let her watch she is doing. You have microwave in your cabin? Jungkook shook his head and you frowned. Wait. Jungkook quickly still glanced. Just like that. Come here. I'll eat like this only. As he pulled your wrist, making you sit. She took a bite to feed him, but Jungkook stops her as he takes spoon from her hand, extended to you. You first. But you're hungry, and he is really feeling guilty for lying to her. I swear I will never lie to her. I can't break her heart. Forgive me this time. You eat Daniel. You eat from his hand and you took this spoon. I'm already full. I made this for you. You know what is this? Before you could come. Soybean soup. You bite your lip. I try to make it from different style that you might like it. Love it. He said, looking intensely in your eyes. In fact, this is my favorite dish from now on. You shook your head, smiling. I wish those who made this. You look at her, widening your eyes. Can I? He asked in a husky voice, and you just looked down. Oh God, I swear, I don't know how you managed to be both. One hand a lioness, and second hand a scaredy cat. Come on, Ryan. Tomato. You quickly looked at him as you punched his chest, and he groaned. Ouch. When your eyes landed on his chest, where his button broke and some scratches as you looked touched that quick. Is this hurting? In a little worldly, and he is looking at you intensely. Don't do this. I might, and you won't be sorry for that too. A little seriously, and you give him a look. You can't be serious. It's serious. And you just look at him. Do you have anyone with? You ask. That's my office, not home. He said, smiling a little, and you squint your brows. That's basic need, stupid. You said, hitting his head slightly. Oh, I have a better army. It will give instant relief. You frowned in confusion. Where? You asked, and he pointed somewhere which made you blush so hard. Clean, you mumbled. But suddenly he felt his heart in his throat as he felt a pair of warm lips on his. You kissed his every bruise as he just stared you as you sat back. Got some relief? You just smiling, bold of you. You feel shy, still do everything without second thought. You fix his collar. That's what I am. That's why I think 100 times before breaking my trust and my heart. If you dare to break my heart, I'll break your wounds, and even I would be crying, but I will. And he laughed. What a threat. Don't laugh, I can do that. He pulled you closer. If he must be an ass to break the heart of a girl like you, I can't dare to do this.